And then let's get to the general manager, because this is the trigger man in this whole thing. Uh, I like AJ Preller. He's from my hometown, right next to me on Long Island, so I've known him a long time. Uh, the guy is not scared. The guy is bold. The guy is brazen. Now, I've written some critical columns on my website about him burning through all the currency that Peter Seidler gave him. The favorite phrase, John, you heard this. I gave him an open checkbook and he overspent it. The amount of money that he has gone through to try to construct this roster, and the mistakes he's made and the failures they've had along the way. So he has to be held accountable. But this could be the fitting piece of legacy, that he finally built this thing into a team that has the potential to get to the World Series. He's traded away virtually all of his number one draft picks, and they had high picks because the team was so bad for a chunk of time, John. He dealt away a ton of players that, quote, he overpaid to get here. He still got a bunch of guys in the farm system who he gave big signing bonus money to that have not panned out. And at the end of the day, I went through and compiled a list. And in the last 4+ years, AJ Preller has traded away 40 prospects. 40. It's an absolute staggering number of young guys that they drafted and signed, or signed from the international free agent ranks. 40 players he's dealt away. But like I say, he's got no fear. He doesn't care about criticism. I do subscribe to his philosophy of boots on the ground. They found so many good players because they got so many scouts. They may have more scouts than anybody in Major League Baseball. So he's got a philosophy of finding guys, signing guys, overpaying for guys, hoping these guys get here, and using guys as trade bait. So it's interesting. He's the catalyst. He's the creative genius behind this whole thing. When in the history of mankind, for people in San Diego, have we ever had a trading deadline period where you say, wow, we just got an MVP iconic young star, and we just got the best reliever in baseball, and now we have a team that could be playing in the World Series in October? When has that ever happened in San Diego in the past? John would always have one good young player or one star, and then just a bunch of guys surrounding that star. So this is what an exciting time for Padre baseball. I credit Seidler and I credit Preller for giving him and he having the fortitude to go find the right players to make the deal.
I love Preller's boldness. I think he's an exciting guy. And you know what? He can always reload the minor league system. He can rebuild the pipeline because, like you said, of all those scouts, they're going to keep backfilling, and he's going to keep, adding assets to the organization.
Lost in the conversation this week because of the excitement of this week is a piece of reality. They have blown through the luxury tax for a second year in a row. At this point, the contracts they inherited are much larger than the contracts they let go. And by the way, they paid all $44 million on Hosmer's contract. They paid Boston to take this guy. They got a couple minor leaguers back, but so their luxury tax bill is going to be phenomenal. And I guess that spins back then to what Ken Rosenthal in the Athletic wrote about. This is sensational, but this is not sustainable. You can't do business like this on a year-by-year basis in a small market like San Diego. So fun, real fun, but wow.